Alright, as usual, what we do is when a new patch kicks in, even though this is not the patch we were expecting, we drink coffee and we go through the changes together. The truth is, I haven't actually seen what's going on. I've just watched directly the Muerta hero. So let us see what's going on, okay? Of course, I need to say that we usually focus on this channel just on the support aspect, but of course, we're gonna go through everything. So general changes, reinforced units now take 10% less damage from player control units, affects all summon units like Trent, Eidolons, as well as dominated creeps, but not creep heroes like Spirit Bear or Illusions. Range creeps are now level 5. Oh, that's good. That's good, yeah. Prevents Enigma and other from converting them early. That's really good. Finally, like, this Enigma hero, like, when I was, like, playing, I didn't ban Batrider, I didn't ban Tinker, I didn't ban Arc Warden, or, like, Lena or something. It was always Enigma, because by converting the range creep, you were not even given the possibility to actually fight for the lane. Right, of course, if he goes for the melee creep, it's still annoying, right? But we will get to see. Glyph Tower bonus attack targets increased from 4 to 5. That's fine, because sometimes Glyph Tower bonus attack targets, yeah, sometimes on tier 2 it wouldn't kill the whole wave. I guess that's fine. Generally I was expecting that the Glyph Tower whole concept is going to change. Sadly that's not the case, but we're still in 7.32E. So let's go through the items. Abyssal Blade attack bonus damage, increase from 25 to 30. I mean, it's fine, but Abyssal was never an item that gives you damage. Let's see, Bloodstone, Blood Pact duration decreased from 6 to 5. Potato, right? Unless they nerf Leshrac, this item is like too strong. And 1 second could make the difference, right? The way I think about this, you either counter the Bloodstone and the hero that has that, or you don't. The 1 second probably is not gonna make a difference in the outcome, but it might lose popularity due to the nerf. Boots of Bearing no longer has charges. That's actually pretty nice, right? Because I think it used to restore 1 charge with... Actually, that's really nice, because you can go for Boots of Bearing immediately. That might has potential. Divine Rapier, okay. Total cost decreased from 6k to 5.6k. That's nice. What did they decrease? And Handed Mango. Health regeneration bonus decreased from 6 to 4. That's really annoying, actually. That's really annoying, because we used to, like, I support Crystal Maiden, Lich, Deck Hero, all the melee heroes. We used to abuse a lot of this Mango regen, so that's a really big hit for the support aspect, sadly. Eye of the Skadi, cold attack movement speed slow versus ranged heroes increased from 40% to 50%. Cold attack, so they actually move slower, which is okay. It's like, but usually you get the Eye of Skadi because they can't really attack you, you know. It's the attack speed slow that we care about, so they can't really manfight, you know. Heroes like Void, heroes like PL, they get the Skadi to manfight Linas and Prophet. Force Staff, mana cost increased from 100 to 150. Like, who comes up with these ideas? I know that Force Staff was too good of a strong item, and this is why we don't really get to see a lot of melee heroes right now, but who gets to come up with these ideas, right? This item used to cost 25 mana. I really don't get it. Gleipnir, okay? Eternal Chain damage decreased from 220 to 180. That's fine, but Gleipnir was never a damage item, you know, compared to a Mjolnir, for example. Eternal Chain's radius decreased from 450 to 400. I think it's still an item in heroes like Prophet and Pangolier, and in reality, usually it's not just the AoE that you want, but usually you use it as an Atos to hold someone in place. You know, like Lena used to do that just for 1 single target, and then she would just light strike a range, she would just try to get a kill. Guardian Greaves, aura bonus for low health allies decreased, and Guardian aura armor bonus for low health allies also decreased. I think the numbers are fine. Generally, I was a fan that unless you get to dispel something with Greaves, you should get it later on, right? This is like my thought. Pike, Hurricane Thrust mana cost increase from 100 to 150 makes a lot of sense. Maelstrom, let's see what Maelstrom, because Maelstrom has actually, if you see like heroes like Faceless Road, for example, they are not really getting Battle Fury anymore, right? They were just, everyone was getting Maelstrom, so maybe we see some Battle Fury, going up if Maelstrom got nerfed. Chain Lightning damage decreased from 104 to 135. Okay, whatever. Meteor Hammer channel time decreased from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Total time until impact decreased from 3 seconds to 2.5 seconds. So it's 2.5 seconds was actually right. 2 seconds is actually really interesting because even like heroes, I don't know, I'm gonna go a little bit meme. Even like heroes like Crystal Maiden stuff, right now can just frostbite you, get the netherlands, and just use Meteor Hammer on top of you. It's really interesting, and there are like too many heroes. Like for example, a Lion, right? If you go to Lion, he can just stun you, and then he can just Meteor Hammer you. So that's really interesting. All of a sudden, right? That's really interesting. I don't know if they have thought this through, right? Nullifier total cost decreased. Why? Total cost decreased from 4.7 to 4.3. Damage decreased. Radiance. Total cost decreased. Did it decrease like the cost of Sacred Relic? 5k to 4.7. 4.7 Radiance is pretty considerable all of a sudden. So maybe we see if they get to nerf finally Lina and Prophet and stuff, we can get to see a rise with Naga Radiance, or even like Alchemist get back on the table, and of course Wraith King. Damage decrease, but you don't really care about damage on items like Nullifier and Radiance. Like you want usually the effect on that. Revenant Brooch, Phantom provides now additionally grants 60 attack speed for its duration. That's pretty sick. Phantom provides attacks are now affected by spell lifesteal. That's pretty big boost, but the item is just too expensive, and you usually want to counter high armor heroes like Naga or TB or something like that. So maybe it has potential if these heroes are back to the meta. Sacred Relic, cost decrease. 3.4 is so cheap, I would say, man. Like, it's so cheap. Like, it's so cheap, I would say. So maybe we even see like Radiance and Radiance with Alchemist and Wraith King all of a sudden. I'm really interested to see what's going on. Shadowblade now removes invisibility if bonus damage applied during the fade time. That's fine. Most notable examples are Clank's Burning Barrage, Ember Spirit, Slide of Fist that would add bonus damage on every attack made if the ability was cast during the fade time. So that's interesting. Even though I haven't seen a Clinks or an Ember with Shadowblade. Maybe I'm just not high rank enough, like I haven't seen anything in the 7k bracket. Let's see Solar Crest, literally the most dead item. All attribute bonus increased from 5 to 6. Movement speed bonus increased from 10 to 25. This item needs something more. Wraith Band. Attack speed bonus decreased from 612 to 5. I think you usually get the Wraith Band for the armor. 2 armor is just too big to trade, right? So maybe with this change, they might just take 1, not 2. Depends how much you need the armor. Let's go to the hero changes. Please make 10 great again. Please make 10 great again. Abaddon. Base attack time improved from 1.7 to 1.5. That's fine. It's a hero that I was expecting to be more in the Lina Major, mainly because there was a lot of Bat Riders and Lina needed babysit, right? So, there are 2 reasons. But apparently we didn't really see Abaddon. Alchemist, max time duration increased from 1.75 to 2.2. Whenever I see Alchemist with Unstable Concoction, I pray since 2015 to make this hero great again as roaming, as position 4, and just start moving right and left. Because 2.2 early on is just too much, right? Especially on something that deals 150 damage and is physical damage. It's physical damage. So maybe I'm gonna try Alchemist Roam. And the way to approach, like, cut waves, get level 2, maybe get level 3, right? And start moving to the mid lane, give all the mid laner the rune, maybe even try lane to begin with. Bonus damage per scepter increased, whatever. Ancient Apparition, Chilling Touch attack range increased from 200 to 300, maybe some Nissa or some Dandy mid lane again. Cold Feet break distance increased from 200 to 300. Generally AA is a hero that I don't really like. I've never been able to play, so I don't really know. Like, I really don't like the hero. I really don't like when I have to play it. So I'm really happy that this hero is like whatever. Anti-Mage. Attack backswing decreased. Okay. Mana Void now applies a mini stun to all affected units. Okay, okay. Maybe you can just break some kind of, I don't know, Enigma black hole, but you might be afraid that you're gonna be inside. Arc Warden. Aghanim Scepter secondary spark rate search radius decreased from 375 to 225. That's good. And with the Glype nerf, maybe Arc Warden. Because I've lost like this patch a couple of games, literally at 7 minutes in, where Arc Warden literally just solo won against us. Axe. Bake's movement speed increased to 315. 315 is a lot. 315 is a lot. And radius increased from 275 to 300. That's also a lot. Bane. Bane was the type of hero that I thought that maybe was the answer to DP post 3 with Enfeeble, right? But sadly it wasn't. Base attributes increased, a hero that's already too strong in terms of right click, so tankier, more armor, more attack speed, more damage, that's really interesting. And the Aghanim start healing from secondary targets increase from 25 to 30%. I guess I don't expect a lot of changes because it's like a side patch, right? Batrider, mana cost increased on sticky napalm. That's like 5 more mana. That's 20% more mana. That's pretty big, right? But is it enough to make the hero disappear? I doubt it. And Aghanim Scepter secondary target range increased from 600 to 650. Cute, but Batrider is literally not about the old Batrider with Blink, Lasso, Force Stuff Away, rather than the damage Batrider. Beastmaster, Drums of the Slum, an item, his Aghanims. I really thought that it would be the case, but maybe the numbers are just not good. Damage per hit increased from 110 to 115. And movement speed to Beastmaster and his units decreased, whatever. Bounty Hunter, my beloved Bounty Hunter, my three most played hero. Movement speed, attack speed slow rescaled. Why? You don't even skill that early on. Make it as if we can just use it early on. Maybe you can even skill it again and just try for first blood and stuff, but it's not an ability that you want to just have in the lane. That really provide that much. It can be annoying though, right? I just prefer toss. Brewmaster, Fire Brewing armor increased. Not really Brewmaster post 3 player, so I don't really impressed by that. Bratmother, max movement bonus decreased from 18%, 10% level 1, really big, but in the end, just the same. But Broadmother, way thing about that is you can maybe deal with her in the laning stage, right? Spinner Snare, that's the web actually from the Ags. From 20 seconds to 30 seconds, that's a big hit, actually, must need it. And Spatterlings, Spawn Spatterlings, the lifetime decreased from 40 seconds, decreased from 50 seconds and then to 40 seconds. But early on, like usually the problems like for Bratmother Mama, it's like from 7-8 minutes in, that's gonna get to level 6 to 28 minutes in. And Spiderlet's lifetime decreased from 6 seconds to 40 seconds. Okay. Center, a hero that I really like. Hits a right, that's his Axe, boys. Now grants Center Stampede buff. Also increase Stampede duration if cast during Stampede rather than refreshing the buff. Now grants Center Stampede buff as well. So to the target or to himself. That's actually really interesting. I'm really interested to see. Center. Right? Where does he buff the buff? Is it like... Yeah, okay, got it. Let's try again. And if I just pick this guy up, refresh it. Okay. But what I don't really understand is enemy. Not enemy, ally. It doesn't deal damage all of a sudden, you know? But it deals... Okay, I see. Probably it's some kind of bug here. Yeah, it deals damage, still damage. And probably just deals... It deals like... twice the damage, right? So if I just go there and just pick up... Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Is it enough, though? I'm not really sure. Chaos Bolt. On Chaos Knight, a hero that I play primarily on post 5. Yes, Chaos Knight is a support. Mana cost decreased Yeah, 110. That's fine. I'm actually surprised because Chaos Knight was doing fairly well on the Lina Major. Clinks. Skeleton Walk. Now always create one burning arm skeleton after breaking the invisibility. Okay. Aghanim Shard bonus skeleton decrease from 2 to 1. So why would I ever buy Shard if they don't change it? You really don't. You really don't. And this is like big buff. It doesn't really help him in the laning states because Clinks, I really feel that really sucks in the lane. He's really weak. But it's really nice. It's a big buff damage-wise. Darkseer, max time duration decreased. Okay. Dazzle, damage increased from 50 to 60, but no one plays Dazzle 3. Could Dazzle 3 potentially replace the Death Prophet? Problems like Death Prophet was also sieging towers, right? Dazzle, I would say, and she wasn't dying. So Death Prophet was always a frontliner hero, where Dazzle is not. He's really strong early on. I can maybe like modify it with the Poison Touch and Grave and heals and stuff, but definitely not in the late game. Death Prophet. Intelligence gained decreased. Nice. Strength gained decreased. Nice. Magic resistance decreased a little bit for 2%. That's like okay. Level 15 Siphon Spirit Siphon damage heal replaced with 300 HP. That's fine because level 15 was too strong, but 300 HP is also reasonable. But it's not percentage anymore on Siphon Soul, so maybe it was too much damage as well. And the level 20 Talon where it was health replaced with Spirit Siphon Soul. Makes a lot of sense. Dragonite, cooldown decreased by 5 seconds from 105 to 100, and Aghanim Scepter no longer reduces. Like, I don't know, like, that's fine, I guess, right? That's a really big boost on a DK hero that we've seen a lot in the major, but I think could definitely use a buff or two. Draw Ranger, Aghanim Shard regen reduction per stack decreased from 10% to 8%. Now only grants allied ranged heroes half of the bonus agility. That's a lot because that was also a lot of armor all of a sudden, right? That was also a lot of armor because agility radius is 1200. Do you guys get to see? So getting like a crap lot of armor from the draw agility, that's fine, right? Elder Titan, wake up damage threshold increased. Okay, it's hero that don't really have a lot of experience, and damage per hero increased in terms of damage. In the end, if you see the Astral, it's like for the laning stage, so maybe you can make Elder Titan great again in the laning stage. Ember is a hero that I feel like Valve actually loves and only gets buffed, and when it get nerfed, it's never the case. So damage decreased by 12, like from 15 to 12 by 3, and Sleight of Ice damage, hero damage decreased by 10, whatever. Enchantress cooldown rescaled from 28, 24, 2016 to 3rd, 24, 18, 12. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's a bit annoying, actually. Level 1, right? It's a bit annoying on level 1 because you had them momentarily, like, did you see? Creep enchant duration, and it used to be 80 seconds. You had the moment where you could actually fight with the creep and use enchant on level 1, like a few seconds. Hero moves slow, rescaled from 50% to 30%. Wow, 40, 50, 60. Wow, that's a huge nerf, man. That's a huge nerf. Why would you do that? Because you usually get to max on a support Enchantress enchant. Why would you do that? Because level 3 is your big spike. You have a creep and you would slow 50%, so you would fight. But until then, Enchantress is not strong. I don't know why you would do that. Like, it makes no sense to me. Duration rescaled from on 375 to 5 seconds. Okay. You kind of compensate for that, but I still don't like, because 50%, 55% is also really good. So if I were to gank on the mid lane, I don't really want to slow him for 5 seconds. I want to slow him as much as possible and not move. Little Friends, cast range increase, that's a shard. Let's go on Grimstroke. Damage per second increase. Grimstroke, by the way, is literally a dead hero. So unless we get to see melee heroes, this is not the case. Damage per second increased. 25, 35, okay. It's increased by... it's increased in the end. Okay, but do you max Inkswell? Only if you have a combo. Soulbind, cooldown decreased from 90 to 70. That's not bad. Hoodwink. Like, this hero is like Muerta to me. Bonus damage increase from 725 125. Yes, please give Hoodwink more damage. Like, it wasn't enough. Huskar, disarm duration increased. Okay, in the end it's the same, but it's increased from 175 to 1.9. And Huskar usually in the lane stage just gets one skill point on that, right? Just in case. So that's kind of good for Huskar. If you're a Huskar player, that's really shit for us if you have to play mid against him. Jakiro, path duration increased from 2.6, which is like level 1, to 3. Okay. And from 3.5, path duration increased. Okay. Not stand duration, it's path duration. Okay, man. That's like, I'm like, okay, I was hyped. 4.5, I was like, that's insane. And then it's like path duration. Oh man, what a debate. Micro Pyron applies its damage immediately upon casting rather than 0.5 after. Okay, it's fine. Juggernaut, another dead hero. Base damage increase from 50 54 to 53 55. Okay. Again, short rate. Attack rate increased from 1.4 to 1.4, 1.2 to 1.4. And Blade Dance, the critical strike, it's the third spell, 10% increased. I don't think that's enough. But again, I think Juggernaut is not a hero yet. You know, he really sucks versus high physical damage like Ursa, Phantom Assassin. And of course, he was getting outscaled and outfarmed by Lina and Nature's Prophet. Kotal, Will-O-Wisp attacks to kill increase from 6 to 7. Okay, whatever. Ghost Ship damage rate increase from 40 to 45%. Okay, 5%. That's big. Let's go nerfs. Damage decreased by 10. Really interesting. That's all? That's all on Leshrac. Okay, interesting. Late. Intelligent Gate increased from 3.6 to 3.8. Alright, let's just secure that I feel like Crystal Maiden right now is just better, and especially with all these ranged heroes, and the Frost Shield didn't actually, which is a great spell, didn't have enough time to shine, you know, with all these Gleipnirs and Maelstroms and stuff. Cast range rescaled from 600 to 575. Why? But then it just gets to scale more, and 650 is big cast range. So can we make leads like a post 4 again? With like Crystal Maiden, but instead of going for the short blink like we do on CM, we get to approach a hero just with Etherlands and just defensive spells. Because if you go on leads, it has some pretty good talents. Lina, let's go. Cooldown increased. That's a bit annoying for Lina. From 9 to 12, 11, 10, 9. That's a bit annoying both in the mid lane, but also in the not only in the mid lane, but in the laning stage again, because but the buff on Fairy Soul is like 12 seconds. If you see like the duration is 12 seconds, so I'm not really sure if that's gonna be that hurtful. But it's good because you usually get Dragon Slave level 1. Light Strike Array, mana cost increased, a hero that used to buy Falcon Blade, so that's a thing. 10, 105, 105 to 115. That's okay. And Fire Soul, attack speed bonus per stack decreased. Let's go final level, of course, from 40 to 32. That's like significant change since it's for each stack. Bonus speed bonus per attack move speed bonus per stack decreased from 3% to 2.5. That's also nice. The health is like whatever. I mean, it's not whatever, it's fine. 15 talent, health decreased by 100. That's fine, I guess, not whatever. And 20 level, Fire Soul speed per, decreased from 15 attack speed to 10. Which, like, this was like the ultimate spike on Lina. Like, they decreased Lina a lot, they nerfed Gleipnir. We will get to see, though, if the hero is still available as magical Lina, right? Do not forget that. Lion, base armor increased by 1. Base agility decreased by 3. But the Finger of Death cooldown decreased by 20 seconds. That's significant. That's significant, actually. Because Lion, I think he has a lot of damage level 1. Probably him and Snapfire that level 6 can unleash literally huge damage. But, well, wow, I can just pick Snapfire and just use ulti because the cooldown on the ultimate just way smaller. Luna. I can insert duration increase from 12 to 15. I think this hero needs a little bit more stats. I can insert damage increased also. That's fine. Medusa. Base damage increased on Mystic Snake. Mystic Snake. Sorry guys, I'm sick. By 20. Okay, I think this hero just needs more. I think all the items are made. Diffusal, Skadi are really pain in the ass for Dusa, and she's not farming as fast as Elena or Nature Prophet. I think that was the main reason why we didn't really get to see. And of course, Slark is also a really pain in the ass for Dusa, also a meta hero. Mirana, Aghanim short damage increased by 20. Aghanim short wave distance increased by 200, but who buys Aghanim short on Lena, man? On Mirana, not Lena. Hate is still stack on Lena. I hate this hero. Monkey King base agility increased by 1. Cute. Max channel time decreased by 0.1, whatever. Naga Siren cast range decreased from 575 to 500. Usually that's kind of a big nerf if you play Naga versus range hero, because you used to just get 1 skill point in that. Aghanim Scepter cast range increased, whatever. Cooldown on Song level 1 increased to 3 minutes, man. Holy, 3 minutes for Song. So they want to avoid probably some Naga support vacuum wombo combo type of thing. Prophet. Agility decreased from 2.2 plus 3.6 to 3.4. Okay, that's also like a lot of attacks with here lost in level 1 as well. Intelligence decreased from 3.7 to 3.5. That's also considerable. Ultimate base damage decreased by 10 early on, but in the end it's the same. So they wanna nerf the approach to, at level 6 I get ulti, I TP to a lane, I use ulti and I just take the tower. Like maybe they just want to nerf that. And talents, Sprout list is no longer precious spell immunity. Well played, Valve. It just took you like a year or something. Well played. Necrophos, dead hero. Mana cost decreased on Death Pulse. I think Necrophos is gonna be back only when the tempo of the heroes are gonna be slower. So if heroes like Void Spirit and are back, because Necrophos is already huge laner against Tiny, but Tiny then just gets a dagger, and what do you do as Necrophos? You can't just keep up with the tempo. Ogre Magi slow increased by 3%, but level 1 and level 2, it's like insignificant. So this is when you see support, you don't want to see the later of the spell, you want to see the early on. Fire Shield, Fireball damage increased from 125 to 160. Sure. Omni Knight, radius increased on our chart. Who the heck cares, man? Like, make this hero great again. Oracle, projectile speed increased from 1000 to 112. That's nice. Radius increased from 300 to 350. That's nice, but no damage. Problem with Oracle is that all other supports get to do the same thing and better in the laning stage, just faster. Oracle just needs level 3, and by level 3 the laning stage might be gone. Outworld Destroyer, ultimate now deals double damage to illusions. Sure. Pangolier, damage decreased from 90 on Shield Crash, which I think it was too much to secure a range crit, to 75. So they just decreased it to scale like a normal spell. Roll Up no longer applies a basic dispel upon cast. So what does this mean? You're not gonna remove slow? Oh, wow. So if Naga nets you, you won't be able to remove it, right? Let us see that, boys. I'm really curious. Pango, right? If Naga uses net on you, and we get Naga, right? Level up max. Okay, bro, that's really big. So if I go here and just press Crystal Maiden, right? Crystal Maiden. Get wrecked, bro. Get wrecked, right? Finally, this bullshit was like... This bullshit was just really annoying, actually. Wait, what about the other stuff, right? Other stuff like... Fuck. I think with Pac that's not supposed to be the case, right? That's not supposed to be the case. Because usually you get the shard for this guy. Yeah, okay, you can do that. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, come on, man. Phantom Assassin, a dead hero. Stifling Dagger, base damage increased from 65 to 80. Okay, and Blair Despair Radius decreased from 600 to 400. That's okay, that's pretty good, right? Because that means that you can get away and kite them easier. It means that you need to get, to 400 range from 600. So Blair is gonna get dispelled. Pack damage decreased. Yes, nerf Pack more, a hero that I love, but I understand that's too annoying. He has to change probably fundamentally. Rot, Aghanim Scepter, damage per second decreased by 5. Pagna, what is this hero? Aghanim Shard, refracted drain percentage increased from 70 to 75. Not enough. Queen of Pain, base attack damage increased by 2. Nice, maybe we get to see Cop if all these freaking Linas and Prophet get out of the game. Because Cop was a really good Batrider matchup, right? Cop versus Batrider. Actually really good. Razor, Aghanim Shard, Fork Light now has a 1 second internal cooldown. Okay, now if you have like a gajillion heroes on top of the hero, it will not be like boom, 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 like proc all the time. Ricky, let's go. Cast range decreased from 1000 to 600. Let's go, man. Finally, yes. You could have a gem, and this guy would see you, and he would just use a dart out of the range. Like, it's insane. And cooldown decreased from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Yes, like this is like huge. Maybe it's enough for the hero to get lost, right? Rubik, Telekinesis, Aghanim Shard no longer provides reduced cooldown when used on self or allies. Reduced cooldown. Okay. Wait. Let's go like on Rubik a little bit. I'm actually surprised. It used to have reduced cooldown on Telekinesis? No, it's a throw delay, I would recall, but maybe it had like reduced cooldown. Sun King, hero that's also dead. Let's go. I love Sun King. Attack speed slow increase from 330 to 4560. That's big because the epicenter also, the shard casts 1 epicenter, so the attack speed is really nice, man. And movement speed slow, that's really nice. That's a huge buff for Sun King, actually. And Burrow Strike Stun 0.5 is actually considerable, actually. I really like it. I really like it all of a sudden. Shadow Summon, also dead hero. Serpent Ward, Gold, Bounty decreased, whatever. Max distance from 500 to 600. That's actually nice, but the problem with Shadow Summon is that he's kind of the melee hero in the lane. He has a lot of damage, but he has really small attack range. So he's a melee hero with the weaknesses of the ranged hero. Silencer cooldown decreased for 2 seconds on Arcane Curse. Still really good hero. Slardar cast range increased. Sure. Slark. Okay, let's go. Cooldown increased on spawns. Big nerf, especially with the axe. Aghanim Scepter distance decreased from 1200 to 1100. That's fine. Snapfire. Aghanim Shard damage finally for Mortimer Kisses. Impact decreased by 50%. This shard deal too much damage, man. Too much damage. Maybe, I think it's still enough to kill a wave, but we will get to see. Storm Spirit base attack time improved, sure. TA base strength increased, whatever. Tiny Trivoli, that's his axe. Throw interval increased from 0.4 to 0.5, sure. Max channel time increased. Okay, let's go. Trent. Trent was one of the best picks in the major. Living armor, bonus armor decreased from 6, 8, 10, 12 to Okay, that's significant. 4, 6, 8, 10. That's significant when you're like level 3 or level 5 and want to defend the tower. That's significant. Nature's Guys no longer provides heal regen amplification. That's really sad, actually. That's really sad, actually. I really like this, man. I really like with the mangoes and the tangos. That's really sad. Tasker, cast range decreased. Wow, from 1800 to 1400. That's huge. And the critical strike also decreased early on, so task usually was get level 6, get level 7, use Ice Heart, trap you, and just punch you. And they kinda nerfed that. Still duration increased on DK, 5 seconds. Who cares on that? Like, whatever. Soul Reap, mana cost increased from 90 to 120. Wow. Maybe you want to max that right now, because lately I usually like the 1-for-1 build, but if you go for 1-1-4 or 4-1-1, it's also reasonable. Some people even skilled Soul Reap. Warlock, Golem damage increased by 100 to 110, 117, 230. I think problem with Warlock is that you want the rest of the spells to be useful. This is whatever. Wind Ranger, travel range increased, and that damage reduction decreased. Okay, that's actually big nerf. Also, Wind Ranger, maybe Core is a hero. And Winter Wyvern now applies a dispel to the target. That's really nice. So you get to use it right now on Wind Ranger, right? And if you used to have Wind Ram, that wasn't the case, but right now that is the case. That's really interesting. Witch Doctor heal damage increased from 40 to 46. So maybe all of a sudden Witch Doctor heal, Holy Locket mech is a thing. So it's really interesting. Maybe we get to see less of Lina and less of Prophet, even though I think the heroes are still viable. You just need to be a little bit more careful. But I think the main source is Radiance, right? Radiance, Sacred Relic, cost less, but we will get to see. As usual, Raza, GG, and I'll see you on the next video.